Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am finally filming the question and answer that I tried filming a couple of weeks ago. I did ask you guys on Instagram and Twitter and I think maybe like the YouTube community tab on what questions you guys wanted me to answer. And I have an overabundance amount of questions. I'm going to try to get through all of them. If I don't and your question did not make it in this video, do not take offense to that. It could either be a question I've already answered or maybe I just didn't think it kind of fit in this video. But I will do more Q&As, so do not worry about that. So without further ado, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. And let's just get into the questions. So I have them on my phone. I took them from my Instagram story. So I'm just going to read them and answer them. You guys know how a Q&A work. The first question is from LashBabe10. How is your husband and you? I mean, I don't have a husband. I don't even have a work husband. I don't have a husband at all. I don't even have like a sugar daddy husband. So, I mean, I have a boyfriend and I mean, he's doing great and I'm doing great and we're both doing great. So I hope that answers your question, but I do not have a husband. From Giovanni Aragoni 30. Hi. Angie Doyle asks, have you had any contact or arguments with your ex since the breakup? And you guys are nosy. Yes, I have had contact and arguments since the breakup. I don't know anyone who's ever gotten out of a relationship like clean break. Like you just end it and then you never speak to each other again. So yes, I have had contact. L3E Sunshine, how are you? Honestly, girl, struggling. Maya_mayhem, what has been the hardest part of your transition so far? I would say the hardest part of my transition has been the dysphoria, because that has been something that I have had since the beginning of my transition. No matter how many hormone pills I've taken, no matter how many years I've been on hormones, no matter how many surgeries I have, honestly, my gender dysphoria is still there. And I imagine even after sexual reassignment surgery, it will still be there. I know a couple of my friends who've had it and they still say it's there. It just doesn't like disappear in an instant. So gender dysphoria has definitely been the hardest part of my transition. Good question. Y1822, how are things going in 2020? Better? No, literally so much worse. Like 2019 was a rough year. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure you guys also had a rough 2019, but like 2020 is like on a whole other level. I mean, my personal life is good. Honestly, I mean, my personal life, like my relationship, my family, everything like that is good. But like, I didn't think I was gonna have to deal with a pandemic. I didn't think that I was gonna lose my job. I didn't really think any of this was going to happen. So 2020 so far is a little bit rough. So I'm hoping that it redeems itself on the later end of the year. Keep our fingers crossed. Amanda L. Cook, what has been the worst part about documenting your transition online? Lots of love. The worst part about documenting my transition online was the fact that I can never escape it, in the sense that no matter where I go, whether it be like a local bar, I guess, which I don't even go to anymore, but when I would go to the local, bars and stuff where people would know me, I couldn't even get a guy to, come up to me and say hi without like another guy or like girls or a bunch of people just like swarming him and telling him like I'm trans and stuff like that, which is fine. I get it. You're like trying to save your friend from like whatever. But like, honestly, 9 times out of 10, like I'm not even interested in your friend. Like I'll take the free drink, but like I'm not interested in your friend. So like good save, but you saved me over saving him. So thanks. Moule asks, any transition tips? Honestly, take it slow and take it how you feel comfortable. That is definitely the biggest tip I can give. I mean, everyone is different. I took my transition extremely, extremely slow. I mean, I was on hormones for 6 months prior to even like letting anybody know. And it was about almost a year before I got rid of my facial hair and started laser hair removal and living like full time as like the gender that I am, like female. So take your transition at your own speed. I think personally, I am very comfortable with how I took my transition. I feel like, I wish that like these last steps could have been done a little bit quicker, like having SRS and stuff like that. But honestly, I feel good about my transition. I feel like I didn't overdo it. I don't feel like I went crazy with surgeries and stuff. And I'm happy with how I look. The next question is from Romani, and it's bottom surgery ? I already had it, duh. Young King Broski asked, when did you know that you wanted to be a girl? And I hate when people ask it in that way, like when you wanted to be. Like, I never wanted to be a girl. Like, I always felt like a girl trapped inside a boy's body. Like, that's always how I felt. I never felt like I wanted to be a girl. I never, ever, ever felt like a quote unquote boy. Like, I never did. Like, even in my head, the way that I referred to myself was she. Like, I never associated myself with being male, if that makes sense. Slobber.con, how did you hide hirsutism pre-laser treatment? And I know what that is, I just couldn't pronounce it. That's like when you have like facial hair. And honestly, orange concealer was my best friend. Honestly, even through laser, orange concealer was my best friend. I look back on pictures now and honestly, I could see a little bit of like the 5 o'clock shadow through it. But during that time, I was like, oh my God, no one can even tell. But orange concealer was my number one tip, trick, and everything to hide any 5 o'clock shadow or facial hair. Jordan_Diona, what age did you know, or feel like you were born in the wrong body? Honestly, ever since I was little, I was always putting t-shirts on my head and pretending I had long hair. Every time we'd play like a game with like friends and stuff, I was always a girl. Like, I never was a boy. Like, I remember being on the playground in literally elementary school playing cheetah girls. Like, I was a cheetah girl. My 3 friends were cheetah girls. It was like everything. Chiverstia, how do you deal with the many phases and stages of becoming your true self? That's a good question. Honestly, it is tough. Transitioning is very, very tough, like on your mind, your body, your spirit, like literally everything. It's such an experience. That's literally how I can describe it. It is such an experience. And I still am on the roller coaster of transitioning even now. And I'm sure even after bottom surgery, I will be like still on the roller coaster. Transitioning is not something that stops once you have surgeries. I think that's one thing people think is like once you have like bottom surgery or once you get like a boob job or anything, like the transition is over. But that is far from the truth. Darlene Sevilla 11. I'm butchering these names. Are you planning on doing FFS in the future? If you're an OG subscriber on my channel, you know I have went back and forth about getting facial feminization surgery, which is FFS. If you guys do not know, I've gone back and forth for years on getting it or not. And I'm still in that, like, I'm not really sure if I would or wouldn't. I've talked it over with my boyfriend, and he really does not want me to do anything to my face. He thinks my face looks perfect the way that it is, but I think that we are all our own worst critic. And I know for me, I definitely want to get a rhinoplasty. I don't really know if I would consider that FFS. I just have like this little hump in my nose, which is like the Italian nose. But I mean, that's pretty much the only thing that I would change. I feel like my chin, my jawline, everything is like pretty good. I don't think that I have an overly masculine face. I know that there's going to be trolls that say other things in the comments are going to be like, no, I can tell that you were a dude. But honestly, for me, I am very content with my face. The only thing I would change would be my nose. Raven Romero, how long did you train your voice to sound so feminine? And honestly, it's like I can't even remember what I used to sound like. And sometimes I will look back on old videos just to hear what I sound like. And it's kind of crazy, honestly. I really don't know. I just know that I was watching a lot of videos on YouTube. And the one tip that I got from all of the videos that I watched was that you just need to talk in a higher pitched voice. And eventually your voice will kind of just stay there. It's like muscle memory. That'll become your natural voice. And that's really what happened. I never had any voice like feminization surgery. I never had any vocal surgery. My voice is mine. And I know that you guys, if you look back on my videos, you'll be like, damn, her voice was deep. So I'm not really sure how I did it. I do have a voice training, I guess, video. I will link that down below. Do not mind my dog. He's barking. He's crazy. But I will have the voice training video down below if you guys want to know a little bit more about that. Am a Happy Bee asks, favorite meal to cook that's quick and easy? Kraft macaroni and cheese and popcorn chicken, but mixed together is a whole level of amazing. If you guys have not tried it, try it and then come back to this video and comment and let me know. But like, it's just some level of like, so good. Okay, so the last question that I'm going to answer, because I feel like this video is long enough, is from Brittany B. And it says, do you feel like the beauty industry is dying? And I definitely think so. I mean, even the beauty YouTubers aren't even doing really beauty videos anymore. Like, no offense, but like James Charles, he doesn't really do beauty videos anymore. I feel like most of his stuff are either challenges or, I mean, they have to do with makeup. But as for like the OG beauty YouTubers like Jaclyn Hill, who doesn't even post anymore, but honestly, like her old videos and anything up until the last like 2 years, I feel like were like beauty videos. And that's like what I loved. But I feel like nobody does them anymore and makeup tutorials are kind of dead. So I do feel like the beauty industry is kind of dying, and it's like sad because I've been trying to become a YouTuber. But my camera battery is dying. I'm sorry that this video is cut a little bit short. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video. If you guys have not seen yesterday's video, I will link it right here. Stay on the channel, have a couple laughs, learn a couple makeup techniques, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.